Welcome back to Digi Bros. Hey, it's a wizard.
It's a magic coop.
What was with that level? It was really short.
Yeah, it's one of those levels I don't know, like all the stars and stamp to get, because there's only one stamp per level.
Let's go kill that wizard guy.
Yeah, but that's one of those levels where it's really hard to get all the stars and stamps.
There's like a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff to do in a Super Mario 3D world, or land. What is it?
I think
world?
this game is a masterpiece.
It is pretty decent. I like this game. It is the one game I played consistently when I lived in California. Excuse me.
I think this game would be very easy to look at and think that it's not like a real legit 3D Mario game.
It's 2.5D, I think, is what it's called.
That's not what 2.5D is.
I don't know then.
2.5D would be like the other.
Hold on, I got a drink because I was wrong.
All those
Man, you didn't beat me
Super Mario Land ones, the Super Mario Wii ones, those would be 2.5D. 2.5D just means the graphics are 3D, but the gameplay is 2D.
Fuck me.
Which is dumb, but whatever.
Anyways, I like this game. I've played this whole game. There's a special level at the end of the game. It's not like Star World, really.
That shit's awesome.
That is the best fucking... Or it's like a world.
And it plays like that jazzy song when you blast off. That's the coolest shit ever, dude.
That is the best level of the game. I love that level.
When I saw that like on Grumps, I was like,
oh fuck.
If I had the chance, I knew there was no way I would ever have this chance. But if I had the chance to like play through the whole game and experience that for the first time, I would have lost my shit. Like, it would have been the best thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Like, just get it at the very beginning.
Just to not know that was coming, and then like to see it, it would have been like.
Well, that's how I experienced it pretty much. It's a great level, or a great world rather. Because it's like a whole world of just it's like Star World, but it's all at the end. Am I slurring?
Not exactly.
Oh god.
I'm a coon.
Why? Why?
That's what I am.
This show has become racially charged.
I'm sorry. Nah.
Luigi's become racially charged.
Speaking of Luigi and racial stuff, I've been rewatching The Sopranos, and that is a great show. Very depressing. Like I've
always wanted to watch it, but it's like long as shit, and I'm like, I don't know if I.
It's not even that long. I'm already on season 4, and I've only been watching it for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If you like binge it, it's only 6.5 seasons, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very good though. It's like one of the best TV shows of our generation.
I'm sure.
But it is very, like, if you watch it, you will probably get a little bit depressed.
I don't think I would ever enjoy that show.
Really? Why not?
Because it's depressing.
Like, well, I mean, besides that.
I don't like dark shit.
It's not even specific. I mean, it is a little bit dark, but it's just like, it's like modern life, but they make it more interesting because you're like viewing it from a mafioso perspective.
I don't want to watch the adventures of bad people, you know?
It's not even like they're
sort
bad.
of like Breaking Bad, like I don't think
it's not even like I mean, he does morally decrepit things, but who doesn't?
Morally decrepit.
Like it's portrayed in such a like a matter-of-fact situation, because you're like viewing it like he's a mobster and he's already done bad shit. But it's like he really tries to be a good person, or he tries to be as best of a person as he can. But I don't know. Like, he has to do bad shit, and who doesn't?
I don't know. I never have to do anything that involves killing people.
That's
at least
like
not directly.
That's like beside the. I mean, he does kill a few people in the show, but that's a fair point, I guess. I think you should give it a try, though. It is very. I got Brando to start watching it. I tried to give him my HBO Go login, but that only works if you're in the continental United States.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but he found like some kind of stream online, and he watched at least the first 2 seasons.
I like conceptually am a huge fan of The Wire, but I also cannot finish it and don't ever want to watch it.
I definitely think there's a bit of a I always do this. There's a bit of a quality drop off between like I think the 3rd and 4th seasons, but it's a great
of what?
Of The Wire.
Oh, Victor
What?
thinks of the fourth season.
Fourth
the
season's my
best.
favorite season.
I definitely like the season where the teachers are the centerfold.
That's
Yeah,
the
center
fourth
point.
season.
Fourth
Okay.
season.
I definitely think I don't know. The finale was kind of. I don't know.
Well, it's
like
funny because Victor said the same thing, but my friend Ghost Lightning likes the fifth season the most.
the finale is really
finale.
because it's like really generic and like it just shows overshots of Baltimore and then like
No,
McNulty.
because the very end of the show is what sold the whole fifth season for me. Because the way it is showing the generic shots of Baltimore is, it's really meant to be like a reference to the beginning of the show and the cyclical nature of the city and like
Okay,
the
yeah.
problems. So it's like in the end, it's supposed to be just showing like, look, everything's gonna keep going the way it's been going, and everyone's still fucked.
I
And,
definitely-
like, nothing's gonna change.
I
and
agree
that's,
with-
like the depressing ending of that show.
I agree with that because like Dookie or whatever, he becomes like the next
Yeah,
Bubbles.
exactly. Everyone
basically.
becomes the
like
next guy,
the next
and
iteration.
then like only one kid got out, and then it's like,
and it's like the
yeah,
the
and then
kid you
McNulty's
fucking hate
still
the most.
fucking around, like everyone's still doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
and it's just like, wow, this could go on forever, and
But
it will.
That's the point of it is
Yeah.
that like our society as it is now like doesn't fucking
It's just broken.
yeah exactly.
And
But
now we have fucking Baltimore police riots. It's just like the same, or the people writing about all that shit.
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I wouldn't connect.
I don't
that
want
to the wire. or
but
anything.
it's
no,
like there's gonna be fucking problems forever.
the guy from The Wire, the guy that made The Wire though, and he used to be I forget what he used to do, but
was a cop.
yeah. But he was like everything that's going on right now is fucked, and that like what happened with what the fuck is his name? Something Gray. The guy who got killed, basically. He was like, that's fucked up, basically. But, yeah, everything's pretty much fucked up. The Wire's a good series. Just go watch it, and you'll get what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible in like the writing and everything, but it's so depressing that I just don't want to watch it. Like I just don't like watching depressing shit.
I don't know.
you know?
It's like depressing, but there's funny, and the same thing with The
Yeah,
Sopranos.
it's extremely entertaining, and
Yeah.
the characters are fantastic.
No, but like the
watching them have to go through the ringer and everything is like, I can't. It's just hard to bring myself to watch it, you know. And it's just like,
Why am I Toad?
I don't know. You
When did I
change.
stop being Luigi?
and I don't get me
Change
wrong,
that
I
next episode.
completely respect
Or next
everything
epi-
about
or,
The Wire. Like, it's not the same as Game of Thrones,
level.
where I don't completely respect Game of Thrones, where I feel like a lot of it is
What's
just fucking
fantasy
bullshit.
kind of?
I just Game of Thrones to me is manipulative, whereas The Wire is not. I don't think anything in it is like. I mean, yeah, it's like. It's fucking sad, and like, you know, sometimes you have to watch a fucking child die, and it's the worst shit ever, but like, it never feels unearned. It always feels like like, anything that happens in that show, I'm like, there's no reason not to there's no reason to doubt this, you know, like, it all makes sense in context, it all feels like all the drama is completely earned by the storyline, and it never plays something up that doesn't deserve to be played up, you know, whereas like, with Game of Thrones, a lot of the time, I feel like it's just cheap, you know? It's just, here's some incredibly fucking violent shit that for no reason, you know? Like,
Yeah, I guess so. The Wire's more relatable, basically.
I saw like a random episode of the new season of Game of Thrones. Victor was watching it, and I saw like just one scene where it was Brienne of Tal and
Shit.
what's his name?
No.
I killed you.
The kid who
I'm
used to
sorry.
be Tyrion's like
Yeah.
Oh, it's
attendant.
like no, this way.
Why are we going this way?
We got to get the star.
And him and Brienne were like, they were trying to get Sansa back, and they couldn't, and then they were getting chased down by Littlefinger's men, and like they just kill them all, right?
Yes.
And it's like,
Yeah.
there was no reason for there to be an action scene there, like,
Yeah.
because all they escape. The action doesn't do anything. It's just an action scene for the sake of an action scene, right? Like, they run away from the tavern, then they get chased, they kill a bunch of guys, and then they keep running. So killing a bunch of guys was not necessary, but they had an action scene. And when it happens, there's one shot where she stabs a guy through the neck, and the camera's like right behind his neck, so the sword's like coming right at the camera, and the blood shoots off the neck, you know, like it looks like if you were making a 3D movie, you know, like that would be the shot where the sword comes out towards the camera and like the blood shoots out. Jesus. And it looks cool, I guess, but like that's the kind of stuff that this show is taking a break for. You know, like, it's going out of its way to show a pointless fight scene that you could take it out completely, nothing would change. And then they show it in, like, the most, yeah, cool, money shot, the sword went right through his neck. And, like, when you see it, you know, it's presented in a way that's meant to make you go, oh, you know, like that.
Yes.
You know, like, you pull back a little, but it's cool looking. And I'm like, this serves literally no purpose other than to be a really violent scene. Like, because that's what the show's known for now. It's known for action and violence and crazy, violent things happening. And, like...
Did I die?
I think both of us.
You know,
died.
there's
I
never,
remember
like...
there.
There's never a gratifying moment of violence in The Wire. It's all depressing. If someone gets killed, it's the worst thing, you know? It's never like...
Yeah.
Oh!
Whereas those guys who Brienne killed, who the fuck... They were
not, no one.
They were no one. They're not major characters. They're just
Fuck.
people who were trying to chase the characters you like. So when they die, it's completely inconsequential. You know, you're like, yeah, cool, she killed him. You know, wow, Brienne's such a badass. I love
fuck.
her. You know,
Where'd you go?
But like,
I died. Okay.
Yeah.
it's
I have
just
no idea who I am.
nothing about the episode earned
Oh, shit.
that. You know, and
Yes.
I'm a big fan of that word too, like earned and unearned. Those are
Fuck.
people.
Shit. Oh!
Oh, good save.
This is fucking madness. Ah!
Ah!
No!
Damn it!
Too
They
bad.
had trouble here on Grumps too.
Oh, damn. This is like our third game over. Are you... Do you have more to
Well,
say?
yeah, I'll keep going because like yeah, people like to use the phrase forced a lot. Like people say like forced drama and stuff like that, which I don't understand what that means. But I like the phrase earned and unearned, right? So a show that had a lot of pathos, which you know what pathos is, right? Either of you?
I vaguely...
Pathos,
I'm pretty drunk. I kind of...
Pathos is like...
Yeah, explain it for the audience.
It's just basically
And me.
like drama that's like a... No, I'm too drunk to explain it myself. Look it up. It's like overkill drama, right? Like
excessive?
like a character really like being in their own head with drama kind of thing. It's hard to explain because I don't have like the state of mind. But a show with a lot of pathos is Clannad, right? It's an anime series. It's very popular. And the characters are always very dramatic, very solemn, very like, you know, like the main character guy, like it's supposedly like his life is kind of shitty and he's supposed to be this delinquent and his dad's like a kind of a drunk and stuff and like, you know, he's supposed to have all these life problems, but you never get the sense that he really has life problems. Like his dad doesn't seem like that bad of a guy and he doesn't seem like he's having any real problems. They say he's a delinquent, but you never see any evidence of him doing anything delinquent. He just helps people all the time. He's like a really nice guy, you know? And it's like, where is all this attitude, this pathos that he has coming from? It doesn't come from anywhere. It's just like what they wrote into the story. And so that feels like unearned pathos to me. Whereas like, to earn me caring about this character, you have to make me like... You have to make me care about him and his situation. You have to make me feel like, man, he really is in like a shitty situation. Or he really did have a shitty time, you know? An anime series that conversely does an amazing job of creating earned pathos like really fast, like in the first episode. There's a show called Kotoura-san, and it's like kind of like a slice of life comedy show, but it starts off with this like 10-minute ridiculously like dramatic and dark segment where it's like the main character girl has ESP and she can read people's minds, and like it just basically shows us from like elementary school through high school like in one 10-minute montage of just like how fucked her life got by having ESP, because everyone like, you know, everyone kind of saw her as a freak and stuff, and she didn't understand that no one else could hear the things she was hearing. Like she just hears it as though people are telling her things, you know. And so, like, she would say stuff, like, inappropriately, and, like, everyone at school starts bullying her, and eventually it tears apart her parents' relationship.
Goes away,
and
no!
her parents both abandon her.
Fuck!
And, like, she ends up on her own by the time she's in high school, and, like, no one loves her, no one cares about her. You know, it's like this super dramatic scene.
I'm sorry.
But it all makes sense. Like, you see exactly why it happened. It makes sense with her character, and by the time the scene is over, you're like, yeah, this girl has a hard fucking life, you know? It fucking sucks to be her. And
This is a fucking nightmare.
so that's earned pathos. That's the end of this episode of
done.
Digi Bros.
I'm done.
Next time on
Are you
Digi Bros.
Yes,
Are we
I'm
done with this game?
Well, I wanted to
Make
say
your,
I'm
Yes?
tired.
the
Yeah.
Buck and McNulty scenes are pretty funny.
Yeah,
Anyway.
McNulty's the best.
All right.
I love him. That's all, guys. We'll see you on the next one. That's it for this play session.